were given a swatch of material to match that the bride is using throughout her whole wedding. Yeah, no, don't put that on there. You're like wrecking it. That's just too big.
I'm Mary.
I'm Brenda.
And we're Cake Girls. I think what sets our bakery apart from other bakeries is just the fact that we understand the wedding cake is sort of within the context of their entire wedding. You know, they're not coming in and picking out some cake in a catalog. It's one of those things where, you know, they bring in the other elements of the wedding process, swatches, pieces of lace from their wedding dress, and we turn that into cake, you know, so that when you go to their event, the cake is, you know, it's cohesive. The design of the cake is part of the whole experience.
Hi. I'm Brenda. Nice to meet you. I don't do consultations as much as I used to just because Georgia does a lot of them now, and she's fantastic. So I still like them, and I look forward to meeting the clients because that's when the process starts. But I'm a little rusty.
Getting married this fall.
Okay.
And we want it to be, I'm a crafter, so
okay.
I love making things.
Yeah.
And so I found some fabric, and it's,
oh my gosh, love that.
Oh, good, I'm glad.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I just really like the colors, and I like the feel, and it's kind of kitschy and 70s.
Sure. The clients were being very unique and almost daring. They chose a swatch of material that I'd never seen before. A look that was very new.
This is our invitation.
Oh, cool.
So you can kind of see how we cut out the flowers and
okay.
leaves, and, you know, I'm hoping that can be kind of the feel.
Okay, sure. Now, translating this into a cake, this is obviously flat on this invite. Were you thinking it would be flat on the cake like this, or were you hoping we would translate this into something maybe more three-dimensional?
I think more three.
Yeah, I think we didn't want it to just kind of be painted on the cake.
Okay.
If it could pop off.
So a little bit of piping, a little bit of texture
more
to
energy.
It. Okay.
I think something with a little bit more energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
This sort of crisscross hatching as the back of it, are we keeping that?
I kind of would rather be more clean.
Okay, sure.
A little bit more elegant.
What I'm thinking is, just because you've chosen such a dramatic pattern to follow, is we could do a smaller 3-tier, like a 6-inch on an 8-inch on a 10-inch. Okay. And that's going to serve about 60 people. Does that sound like a good size?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm just really excited to see what she comes back with that's inspired by the piece of fabric.
I just met with this customer, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. She brought in a fabric swatch. The cool thing is that she is open to us interpreting the swatch.
Okay.
So she loves the flowers, really loves that. I would say she's not necessarily incorporating this sort of crisscross.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't mind sketching something out, I'll get a marker and come back and we can fine tune it.
Okay.
It's great working with my sister Mary because I know how accomplished she is, and she makes me very proud that I run a business with her. She is an amazing cake decorator. I've never seen anybody as brilliant as she is.
Hey, Brenda?
Yeah?
I think I kind of have it figured out. What do you think?
No. That's not what we talked about. No lines. I specifically said no lines. I said she loved the flowers, loves the petals.
Brenda just, like, totally overreacts. Like, the wrong sketch is going to embarrass her. But I think clients understand that we're trying to work through some designs. So, anyway, now that she's freaked out, I'm going to do exactly what she asked me and forget the crisscross.
That was a lot better. You see what I'm saying? No back pattern. That's beautiful.
And I added a petite border so it looks a little bit
I think that's great.
similar.
That's exactly what we discussed the first time. Thanks for listening. This cake will really show off what Cake Girls can do because we were given a swatch of material to match that the bride is using throughout her whole wedding, and we're supposed to use a lot of the elements but also interpret the swatch. So it's going to be tricky, but I think this is what we do best.
I'm covering the retro wedding cake and fondant. I'm going to take it from him, and while the fondant's soft, I'm just going to add some carved details. I wanted to lay out a little bit of texture before we start to put all the decorations and flowers on it. excited to do this cake. I mean, it's a bold choice for the bride to go in this direction. I think want to make sure that I keep it subtle. I think it's going to be a challenge for me not to bring in more elements from the fabric. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's great.
I just wanted to check with you because I know there was like, don't add crisscross.
Are there any crisscrosses now?
No, there's no crisscrosses, but you think this is enough?
That's great. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm just going to put this in the fridge then.
Okay.
The retro fabric wedding cake is going to be designed off a piece of fabric that the bride brought in. And then on top of that, we're going to pull some of the design from the fabric, which are these like goldenrod retro flowers and these sort of like orange flower buds, and put those on the cake so it kind of is like a nod to her fabric without being exactly like it. Brenda, do you have a second?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I was going to add a couple more, or no? You're sure?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, those are nicely represented. I think anymore, and again, I think we're going beyond what she wants.
Okay, and I kind of left the back plain,
Yeah.
so I didn't overdo it.
Yeah, no, she didn't want this overloaded. So.
Okay.
Plus the flowers and the leaves and all that extra stuff. So.
Okay.
So just keep checking with me.
All right.
You know, I don't need to be a jerk, but I just got to see the stuff.
But you can't help it.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
It's in my nature.
Okay. Okay. Finishing the cake, you know, I grabbed this last flower and I was going to put it on the top, and out of nowhere Brenda like jumps out.
Whoa. Yeah, no, don't put that on there.
What?
It's too big. This looks good. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's huge.
You don't think looking at that will add one? I thought it might create balance with this one.
No, I think it's huge. This is done.
Should I do a smaller one?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It just looks like it like right there, no?
This is just beautiful. You're like wrecking it. That's just too big. Yeah, it's totally unnecessary.
All right, okay.
Enough. It was enough. It was beautiful. That was what the client wanted. It's gorgeous. It's exactly what she wants. I just want to make sure it's exactly right.
Okay.
Finished the cake, I was so pleased. I knew the client was absolutely going to love it.
I thought when all was said and done, the retro fabric cake was gorgeous. I mean, I think it really had the fabric as an inspiration, but it wasn't overdone. And they really wanted those colors, but a little bit more on the simple side. And really stepping back from it, I felt like it looked gorgeous.
Sorry to bother you on your day off, but I had a problem with the retro fabric wedding cake. I was going to box it, and one of the flowers fell off and shattered on the floor.
Ryan's not a cake decorator, so, when he called me right away, I offered to come in, because I didn't want to put him in a situation that he couldn't handle. But he made me feel comfortable on the phone. I mean, he seemed to understand what I wanted him to do, and, I had to trust that he, could go ahead and do it.
Hey Mary, it's Ryan. Yeah, it went well. I was able to truck with the flower back on, and it's on there good, so I can box it up, and I don't think any more will fall off. I was a little nervous about delivering the cake after that, but the delivery went perfectly.
Kathy and Shane absolutely loved their wedding cake, and it was neat because she used this fabric in so many elements in her wedding. I mean, she used it from the place cards to the invitations, and it can be challenging to take something, that thematic and interpret it into a wedding cake, but I felt like, we really hit the nail on the head.